The Jim and Terry Show, coming to you from Bob Cajun. I'm Terry.
I'm Jim.
And we're going to start off with an auction. We were talking about stuff, a tuck shop in Baldwin.
Yeah.
And saddles, things, harnesses, all things horse-related.
Yeah. I never was in it. I knew someone who would go in there. I guess they just loved horses. I find women, like young girls, love horses.
Uh-oh. It sounds like what was the movie? I'm thinking of Richard Burton, and I'm thinking of women and Freud, and put those things, horses, women, and Freud together, and you got a complex, a form of, I wish I could look at.
I can't help you.
You can't help me because you haven't seen the movie. But
so, what was your point, anyways? Yes.
My point was that they go together, and the people to be fascinated with the paraphernalia of riding horses, the saddlery,
the boots,
the reins, the harnesses, the bits, everything that goes into that show. And if you show horses, that's another thing altogether.
Yeah.
So where did we go from all that? How about The Auctioneer by Gordon Lightfoot? Have you ever heard that song?
I don't know.
Oh, I'll have to see if I can find it and play it. Yeah. So why am I getting to that? Because on one of my forays onto Twitter, I refuse to call it X. That's my finger to Musk.
You post a lot of things on X, though. You share a lot of things on X.
Yeah, I think that's the way.
Twitter.
Yes. But one of the people I follow is Randy Bachman from
Is that Randy
BTO.
Bachman up there in that picture?
That's Randy Bachman.
Hey, Randy.
And I came across him because he posted that he's going to sell a significant portion of his guitar collection.
And he's got mountains of them, man.
And he does. And some of them are famous because he played it the first time at this concert in this location. He played the first lead riff of this song on that guitar, and it's for sale. And so if you're into Canadian music history, you might be interested in following this. And I came across it again on CBC. So the auction is coming up. Anything from Randy Bachman's 1968 Fender Hardtail Stratocaster, played on the single Let It Ride, 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 Let It Ride. And a 1957 Sunburst Harmony Acoustic, the first guitar he acquired as a young violinist.
Whoa!
Classical
My cello
music.
friend.
Yeah, so all this stuff. The first 1959 Les Paul Standard, everybody's got a Les Paul version of something, a clone of something. Bachman acquired in 1968. And he used it during the performance in Nanaimo, BC, in a church basement when it took an unexpected turn. His own guitar had suffered a cracked neck, so a fan tossed him this one as a replacement, and he finished the concert with that guitar.
And never gave it back?
Oh, I don't know, but it must be the guy said, keep it.
Wow.
But these things, you and I know, have value.
Yes.
And they get more value over time if you preserved the guitar and kept it in good shape. Anyway, I thought that was an interesting thing to start with.
Well, how
Canadian
many
rock legend.
Does it say how much he's selling? Because he's got a mountain. I'm not kidding here.
Yeah, I tried to find the picture that he did post on Twitter, and maybe I can if I look up Randy Bachman. Will you keep that conversation going?
I think he literally has thousands of guitars. Like I thought he has a whole portion of his house, nothing but guitars hanging and on stands and everything else. Look at that baby.
There is the Les Paul.
Yeah.
So I just typed in, I'm on Twitter, and I just look up Randy Bachman and see.
Some of them would make a good dime from him. Why not? I mean, what is he keeping them for?
Well, that's the thing. At this age and stage, because he's about our vintage now, I think. The estimation, the auction says that it looks to be somewhere around $250,000 US to $500,000 US.
So he's only selling off a portion.
A portion of it.
Yeah, that's just a portion.
Yeah.
So maybe he'll do that maybe another 5 years or
There's
something.
that big semi-acoustic hollow body kind of.
Is that a Gretsch?
I can't
I
make
can't
out
see
the
it
name
either,
of it either. But
And of
we
course,
can-
we're a show that has no visuals, and so
right,
here we
so
are
what
looking
we
at
are is
pictures.
two guitarists, Jim and I, drooling over Randy Bachman's collection of vintage guitars, and we've already named Les Pauls, and we've I forget what the other one was, a Strat that he has. So all these things are names to us.
He's probably got 15 of each. Seriously.
Probably. And
You know.
because his home is a recording studio as well. And if I'm not mistaken, he's on one of the islands off the coast of Vancouver Island.
Oh, okay.
I don't think it's Saturna, but it's something like that.
Kim Mitchell's out there at that area too.
Yeah, so
A lot of people go.
Bachman
end up
has
out
his
there.
own. He had a custom-made home out there, and it's a fly-in by seaplane.
Oh my goodness, I don't think I'd want that, but that's okay.
I think if you crave privacy,
I guess if you got the money and you crave privacy,
and you want to crank the volume and not
and then you
disturb
can
your
shoot
neighbors.
somebody if they come on your property because nobody will know.
Oh, true. You could dispose of the bodies. Anyway, that's our American Woman. Dun 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 dun. So that riff was on one of these guitars. So all this stuff, our music. There you go. That's one of the most recognizable riffs. I saw something else that was on Twitter posted by Randy Bachman just this morning. He was celebrating Burton Cummings. And I don't know if that's, I hope he hasn't passed or anything, but it was just to say what a great, he heard him sing and invited him instantly to BTO.
Really, eh? Not to mention he can play the keyboards and piano and everything. The
Not to mention that. I mean, that's really
he's got
what
a great voice, but he
Yes.
also
he's got a unique voice too, which is what you need when you want to make an image for yourself in a band.
It's funny. Bob will probably write in on this. One of the reasons our manager liked us, they thought I reminded him of Burton Cummings.
In guitar or in singing?
Vocals.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a compliment.
Yeah. I didn't know it. Just Bobby who remembered it. I didn't, but that's what Bobby said. So,
Wow.
but as you can see, I don't sound like Burton Cummings. So.
Well,
I guess it reminded him of.
there
the
are
sound.
sometimes some notes and some ways that you hit an approach a lyric that might evoke a Burton Cummings.
Yeah, we had a song, I think it was called Sun, and I would go somewhere into the hemispheres in the song. Matter of fact, so poor I got very psychologically I couldn't do it. People would actually want me to do the song, and I couldn't go to the high note. I just was so afraid
Couldn't
I
get
wouldn't
to
make
the
it.
falsetto.
Well, I didn't attempt. I couldn't attempt it. So when nobody was listening or I was practicing in a garage or something, I would do it.
It's
but then-
the old audience. Just put an audience in front of us, and that's it.
Yeah, I just thought
It's a version of stage fright, I think.
it was. It actually was torturous to me because I probably could have gone into the studio and just done it, and we never did record the song.
So you were, in your origins, a shower stall singer? You grabbed the bars up or the scrub, the back rub, and you started wailing away in the shower stall?
Oh, I
and
just wanted.
That's how you got your
used to,
voice?
I used to say in the olden days, because as you know, I'm not really a fan of my voice. That's not bad, but I'm not a fan of it. But I said I don't care. I want to sing. So same as I write songs. I'm a writer. That's what I do. So I like to do that, and I like to sing. I want to sing my songs. So I have no problem with somebody listening out there who wants to,
cover a Jim
cover
Sampson
a Jim
tune?
Sampson song. I have no problem with that whatsoever. Matter of fact, that's all I would ever possibly go into a dream world of. That someday I get a call from somebody somewhere saying,
In Nashville.
yeah, in Nashville, Scott Jackson wants to do your song. He's in Nashville right now. Could he do this? Yeah, that'd be nice.
Scott Jackson, would he cover a Jim Sampson?
No, not one.
No, he writes his own stuff too. So
Well, I got one right now that I don't think he would cover, but it's to me it's very
It's his style?
It's a Stone Beatleish type song.
okay.
It's called Little Sinner. It's actually going to be about.
is this the next one after
Well,
Prophets,
it's one
Priests, and Poets?
I'm writing 3, and I got to get to writing them. If everybody else would leave me alone for a few minutes, I could actually sit
You
down and
need
write.
to have boundaries, my friend.
I do.
Personal boundaries.
I do. I know. And so there's 3 in the making. One's called Phantom Hair, which I can hardly wait to write.
Is this a reflection on aging and hair loss?
Yeah, what it is the guy's going to be saying, When I woke up, did this, did that, and that, threw back my phantom hair and headed for the bar, right? And he meets a young lady there. I think I've told you before, and the story's going to be, he sits there and he has this one-sided dialogue. She's not even paying attention. I know, baby, I know what you're thinking. But you think you can change me, you're not going to be able to change me. And at the end of all that dialogue, it was, because I'm a nice guy. Then he goes out and throws back his phantom hair and gets it. So it's all fantasy. That's why it's the phantom hair. Yeah, so everything's a fantasy, really, in his warped mind.
Interesting. Yeah. When you gave me that title and you did the gesture of flicking your hair back, it made me think of a 70s romance novel with that guy who had the golden locks. It was on all the romance novels.
Yes.
I forget what his name was.
Yeah.
But yeah, Phantom.
It wasn't me, by the way.
So you had those you did have long hair.
Oh, I had long hair,
and
but
so
that guy wasn't me.
So here we are, the 70s, with our long hair, now receding hairlines, throwing back our phantom hair. Might be a look back in our own lives.
Yeah.
Just wondered.
Well, I just thought it was a funny idea,
It's a great idea.
Because it came partly because every now and then, it's like now I have my eyes done. I'm still going to take my glasses off. There's no glasses.
Phantom glasses, too?
So the phantom hair was, you're driving in a car and you go like that, and you're going, there's nothing there, Jim. Yeah, other than it must be some dry skin or something. What do you...
Jim is gesturing, wiping his long hair, sweat-covered, out of his eyes, but there is no hair to cover his eyes unless it's his eyebrows that have not been trimmed.
And then there's the other one, The Great Beyond, is what I should sit down and write. I think it's really, really quite nice. I like that one.
So which one is Prophets, Priests, and Poets still the latest release on YouTube?
Well, I did Our Propitiation, but I'm going to move it off. I don't like it. I'm just going to move it down to I'm going to move it down to smorgasbord level, where someday in my fantasy world
you'll revisit it.
I'll either revisit it, acoustic version, or it'll be on a mishmash, smorgasbord, where all the ones that never made the feel.
The B-side.
The B-sides, yeah. So I'll move it down to there. And there's some good songs down there, like Biblical Sky, and everything's just not recorded well. It'd have to be recorded all over again.
Re-recorded. Yeah. Okay.
But it's a good song. And it's got a real movement.
And you know that I have made this offer countless times to produce your stuff.
I know.
At least one song, and just to try it out and see what...
Well, I may send you, when I finish writing it, the Great Beyond. I might send that to you.
Now, when you say send it to me, you're sending me a mixed thing, and that's a finished thing?
No,
you just want to master? You're going to send me tracks?
Vocal and guitar.
Vocal, guitar, bass, background, or
No,
anything else?
Maybe just vocal and guitar.
Really? Okay, I look forward to that.
We'll see about it.
Jim and Terry Show, starting off with Randy Bachman selling his guitars, a career's worth,
Jim Sampson,
and end up with Jim Sampson and his guitars. I don't think we'll get $250,000, but
no.
Okay. Signing off for now. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.